Let's bring you another matter of concern, and it's following just over a week of being out of action. Putco buses are expected to return to the roads from Monday. Workers went on a wildcat strike demanding wage increases and for bonuses they hadn't received for close to 3 years. In the meantime, the bus service has now fired 105 workers over that strike. We've got Nqobile Madlala, who has been following the story for the last few days now, and you did indicate offline, Nqobile, that you are quite exhausted from running around and keeping us abreast with the details of the story. But it's an important one because it does affect those workers who are striking and, of course, those 105 who have now been fired by the company. Is there any further action that Putco is set to take, and are we certain that services will be returning on Monday?
Well, it seems from Nqobile of Putco that they are in fact very certain that on Monday they will be resuming operations. But you will remember that the protest action and the strike that has been ongoing has been illegal. And so when they took some of the trade unions to court yesterday, they were basically trying to get them to decide and to maybe be clear whether they do support some of their members that have been taking part in that wildcat strike, and as well as to get them to say it on a public platform. But of course, we do know that some of the trade unions are going to be coming on the ground. We've been told that they will be speaking to the people that have been in this gate and the other gate here in the greater Soweto of Putcoville. Now, I want to bring in our guest who is been a delegate for the people that we do know now. 105 of these people that you've been a delegate for have been had received their dismissal letters.
Yes, it's true. 105 employees have received the dismissal letter. Actually, it's not the letters. They have sent the messages on their phones that their contracts are being terminated. But then we were not denying the fact that we're still waiting for the company, because this should be done in a proper manner, as we have to sign. We can't sign on the phone. So now we are complying with everything that are saying, the company is saying, like to say we have to move from the company premises. Now we have moved from the company premises, but then we are still on, and we need a writing to be done.
And I mean, now that you've received the message saying that your contract's been terminated, what is the way forward? Because we do know that that means you can no longer also be here and be protesting or striking.
Yes, I don't deny that fact. But then we are still standing here because we are not finalizing everything now. We'll gather together at about 1 o'clock today. So now everything will be served on that time. If not so, we are still waiting for the company to tell us what to do from here, because we believe that we are still the workers.
And I mean, we heard from Putco as I was speaking to my colleague Sally in the evening last night. They were saying that they're expecting some of those drivers, which is the 400 that have represented themselves and the 500 that has been represented by the unions, to come back to work. Do you know if any of the drivers are now back at work?
No one is back at work right now, and we are not sure. I won't comment too much on that, because of that there's a company issue. So what I know is there is no one inside, and we haven't received anything that there will be any employee that will go on site. So us as a workers, we are still standing on that. We're still waiting for the employer to respond on our issues.
And lastly, we know that some of the trade unions are going to be coming to speak to you. What exactly and who exactly is coming?
What we have organized yesterday is to meet up with union officials. I don't know their name. I can't mention their name. But then what I know is they agreed to meet with us. They've got something to share. So now we're still waiting for 1 o'clock to finalize the issue.
But that means the strike still continues?
But the strike is still continuous.
All right. Thank you very much. Well, Nqobile Madlala there, who's been one of the delegates that have been having conversations with us from the beginning of this strike, Rafiwa, just saying that the strike does continue, but they are going to be adhering to the law, because we know that they cannot be blocking any of these spaces. And true to that, they haven't blocked any of the space as what we have seen in the past. But of course, we've heard that the trade unions will be coming on the ground. Now, you remember, Lindo, when he was speaking to Sally, he did mention that about 400 of the people had decided to send in those letters to say why they shouldn't be losing their jobs, but about 500 were represented by the union. So there's an important part that the unions have to play. But I must say that NUMSA's Phakamile Hlubi was very clear in saying that they feel that Putco is very greedy and that they should be paying the people. So we will hear what the unions will be saying to these workers.
Thank you very much for that update. And Nqobile Madlala bringing us the update on the Putco strike. Workers demanding salary increases and bonus that they say they are owed from about 3 years ago.